Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. Now, a few things I want to go over before we get started. Well, just one thing, really. This is actually my second time recording this episode because, and I'm still not sure why this happened, there were some issues with my original recording. And that basically meant that Sony Vegas, which is the primary video editing software that I use on this channel, Sony Vegas would not render the videos properly. It would tell me something about encoding not possible or something. I don't know, it's been a while, but something like that whenever I went to hit the render button. So, that was the problem. So I just said the simplest solution was just to re-record it. Now, generally I don't like redoing recordings, but since this is not a blind Let's Play, I'm less annoyed by it than I normally would be. Much less. And far more willing to just kind of let it go than I would otherwise be. So we're just gonna get started now, but today I'll skim over what we're actually going to be doing in a moment. We have some obligatory conversations to get through. Let's see. Crew quarters and engineering, where the people we're going to be talking to are at. I'll have to check some stuff to remind me of what's what, just so I don't miss anything. I'll probably talk to everyone down here. I know that all the people up on the main deck aren't going to want to talk because of loyalty mission, but we'll speak to everyone else. Let's see, we can skip Tally, Grunt, Morden, Jack, Miranda, Jacob. Let's see. Garrus, Samara, Thane, and Kasumi. We'll go pop in and talk to them before I head off on my mission. I'm sure they'd like some conversation.
Hey, Shepard. I'm glad to hear Thane and his son are back in touch. It'll be hard, but I think they'll be fine. Mess Sergeant Gardner might just be an evil genius. Emphasis on the evil. The food's gotten better lately, though. I guess his reputation will take time to heal. I'm not really sure what to do with myself. Not much call for thievery aboard a ship.
Yeah, you'd better not be stealing our stuff. Otherwise, I'll know who to come talk to if something mysteriously goes missing, Kasumi. Hint, hint.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Yeah, I always found Kasumi to be one of the more interesting characters in this game, and I always thought it was kind of a shame she didn't get a full interactive dialogue tree like the rest of the characters. I mean, it's honestly a crime against nature that Jacob gets a full interactive dialogue tree and Kasumi does not. Because if anyone deserves that whole thing, then it's Kasumi. Because she is awesome.
Do you need something?
Let's say hi to Thane.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
Yes, it did a bit, but that sort of thing is a fairly personal matter. I figured you'd explain when you were ready to talk about it.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
Wait, seriously? That is a far cry from marrying someone, them blocking your shot on one of your targets.
So how'd she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Urashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
Yeah, he's got a point. Civilians just throwing themselves between a shot for someone they don't know has got to be pretty damn rare. And I can see why that would impress Thane, even if he was a career assassin at the time.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who are we talking about here?
Who came for her?
Batarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
Batarians. Figures it'd be fucking slavers. Yeah, I've explained this a few times before, back in the Mass Effect 1 Let's Play, but as far as Shepard's concerned, Batarians are just slightly above the literal devil in terms of her opinion of them. Just to give you some idea of where she stands with most Batarians. Not that we're completely racist against them, mind you, just most Batarians tend to be arrogant, egomaniacal, slaving bastards, so it doesn't exactly make us inclined to like them. I'm sure you understand.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
Yes, well, so would I, Thane. So would I. Given the circumstances, I would say they deserved it.
I don't blame you. They killed innocents to get to you.
For you and me, death is business. For people like them, it is sport. I haven't spoken with my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Okay, so that top dialogue option, that will actually trigger a romance with Thane, which is not something I want to actually do, because in a lot of ways, Shepard is still kind of hung up on Kaidan, despite the fact he was a little bit of a dick on Horizon. To be fair, can we blame him? He just found out that we got brought back to life by basically fucking space Nazis. I'd be a little bit skeptical too under the circumstances. So yeah, we're not looking to start a new relationship or anything, Shepard. Let's focus on Kolyat.
You're talking to your son again. That's huge. Don't lose sight of that by dwelling on should-have-beens.
You are correct, of course. Thank you for listening, Siha.
I think my translator just glitched. What did you call me?
Siha. Someday I'll tell you what it means.
Yeah, from what I remember, Thane does actually tell you what that means if you're in a romance with him, but that's the only way to find out. And yeah, I did just basically compare Cerberus to space Nazis. Or as I'm concerned, they are, and if you don't like that, well, deal with it. Anyways, let's see what Samara has to say.
Shepard, anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you. I've done many things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me. Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
Well, why don't you tell me a little about your adventures, Samara?
You must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary. I fought tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy has to offer. As a Justicar, I saw parts of Asari space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
You fought a Spectre? Huh. Not everyone can say that. Care to talk about
Why did you
it?
fight a Spectre?
A Taurian named Nihilus. He
Wow.
ran council business, but I witnessed him kill and
That is a
destroy
hell of a
civilians. Following the
coincidence.
code, I attacked.
That is a hell of a coincidence. Because we did actually know Nihilus. For those of you that don't remember, Nihilus was the name of the Spectre the Council sent to evaluate us back in the original Mass Effect.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
What have your years as a Justicar been like?
Mostly tedium and hardship. Traveling on freighters, wandering through rural areas, rooting out injustices, big and small, putting down corrupt officials. When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains often welcome Justicars. We reduce pirate attacks. One raid was called off when the pirates were able to verify that I was aboard.
Wait, what's this about destroying a village? That doesn't seem very Justicar-like.
Why would you destroy an entire village?
I tracked Morinth to a remote colony world. She'd perverted an entire town, making them worship her and bring young Asari as sacrifice.
I should have
When I
guessed it was
arrived,
to do
she
with
fled,
Morinth.
throwing her minions at me in waves. They bought her time with their lives. When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
Wow. Yeah, I'm even more glad that we didn't betray Samara and have Morinth as a member of our team, honestly. Not that Shepard would have done that, but she's doing something like that? No.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young, impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat. I reveled in it, until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some
I think I
clandestine
know where this is
drop-off area.
going.
I discovered the shipment was slaves, to be traded to the
Yes,
collectors
of course.
for advanced
It's always
technology.
slaves. Whenever something goes wrong, it's always bloody slaves.
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices, but never anything patently unjust. I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately, we were close to the mass relay. I got through, and they did not pursue.
And the slaves?
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength and defending oneself. Then I distributed the armor, weapons, and credits of my dead colleagues, and released the captives on the Citadel.
Yeah, I can't imagine they appreciated that lecture over much. But let's move on. We've been here long enough.
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure. It will be my honor to be by your side at the end.
in the end. You're making that sound so final, Samara, like you don't think we're gonna make it out.
You think we're all gonna die?
We've assembled a powerful group, but we are fighting an unknown. I am ready for whatever comes, but I do not fool myself about our chances.
Yeah, she's got a point. A lot of the factors in what we're going into is pretty unknown, so things might not go as we're thinking, but I am going to try to get everyone through this alive.
We'll finish this mission and live to see the end.
I hope you are right.
Alright. And I think that's going to about do it for our conversations. And I'm not even going to bother to read that text, but I will scroll down so you can pause it and read for yourself if you want, because little bits of fluff text here are honestly not all that important or interesting. I'm just gonna land so we can get on with this. Of course we have to take Sayid because it's his loyalty mission. Other than that, though, I'm gonna take Tali, because her combat drone is really handy when it comes to distracting enemies in battle. She can keep those points, and Sayid can grab a couple of levels. There and there. I'll keep what's left for his Inferno Grenade when we unlock that. Gotta change up the gear a little bit because stuff they got you guys wielding, or specifically Sayid wielding, is kind of crap. We go with that, and now we're done. I'm just probably honestly going to try and rush through this as fast as I can. Meaning, minimal time spent looting things and all that jazz, because I've already done this mission, so I'll have picked up that stuff in an alternate universe where I didn't have to replay this. Basically what...
Tapping into Blue Sun's communications. Stay tight and look out for ambushes.
Basically I'm not going to bother to pick stuff up because I've already played this, and I just want to get through this episode as fast as I can, so I can be doing things that I have not done before in this run, essentially.
Left to rot. That's definitely Vito's style. Let's push ahead.
Interesting. It sounds like Sayid knows the guy personally, rather than just from hearsay or something. It sounds like he actually knew him, which I don't remember hearing anywhere.
Likely these people are not runaways.
For now, let's move on up and
Report to base. Armed intruders incoming at the
got some shooting to do, folks. Got some shooting to do. Down they go. There we go. There we go. Tali bought the farm, it looks like. Vito can't hit the broadside of a barn. Also, down you go.
Reinforcements incoming. We got your backs.
Okay.
Incoming. This'll put him down.
Come on, ladies. I think we're getting covered there. Okay. Over to the shotgun. And charge, yo. Hey. That was not the fucking shotgun. Great. Fucking spectacular. This is annoying. But we're through the stuff on the outside. So let's do this. Nice and proper like. Here we are. Press the button.
This is Commander Santiago. If any of you retreat while the intruders are still alive, I'll kill you myself. Now get the hell back out there! Vito. Sounds like he hasn't changed.
You know the guy? I don't think you mentioned that before, Sayid.
I get the feeling you have a past with this, Vito.
That
He
too.
was a sadistic bastard back when we started the Blue Suns. The Suns only got meaner after he staged his little coup 20 years ago. So yeah, we have a past.
Wait, what? You founded the Blue Suns. You fucking founded them?
Why didn't anyone tell me?
That's some significant information
Because it's
I
not
could have
common
done
knowledge.
with.
Vito wiped me out of the records. He ran the books, I led the men. Worked real well for a while. Then Vito decided to start hiring Batarians.
Yeah, it really looks like
Cheap
Tally
labor,
does
he
not
said.
want to be in on this
Got out
conversation.
terrorists, I
And
said.
I don't blame her. We can definitely relate to Sayid's view of Batarians, though, as we rather share it ourselves. But 20 years, that's an awful long time to be holding on to a grudge for, isn't it?
20 years is a long time to hold a grudge.
A grudge?
Yes,
Vito
a
turned
grudge.
my men against me. He paid 6 of them to restrain me while he put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. For 20 years, I've seen that bastard every time I closed my eyes, every time I sighted down on a target, every time I heard a gunshot. Don't you call that a goddamn grudge?
You're right, that's not a grudge. It's a fucking obsession is what it is.
You survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disintegrated.
Yeah, I
Stubborn
didn't
enough
actually
person to
survive.
survive just about anything.
I just
Rage is a hell of
got
an
brought back from the
understanding.
dead. Also, Sayid survived a gunshot. Well, if the fucking courier from Fallout New Vegas can do it, then I suppose Sayid, being as badass as he is managing that, is not too much of a surprise. Really? Let's get going.
I better get moving.
Direct to Southern Access. All squads mass at the gatehouse. Now! They know we're here. Bring it on, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, Sayid, how about you shut the fuck up and not shout at the man we're here to kill? Might give us the element of surprise.
Delta
might be a good idea. I do hope you agree, as otherwise I will have to punch you for disagreeing with me. Ah, here we are.
Sayid Missoni, you finally tracked me down.
Vito.
Don't be stupid, Sayid. I have a whole company of bloodthirsty bastards.
Yeah,
behind
Sayid, there's a reason we use things like strategy and tactics, because we're not all boneheaded idiots.
Give my men a reason to put you down like the mad dog you are. Again.
Why didn't I bring Garrus? We could have just headshot the bastard and been done with it.
What was that? Gone nearsighted, old friend.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
You just signed your death warrant, Missoni.
What the hell are you doing?
Opening the gate.
I'm sorry. What the fuck was that, Sayid? You just endanger innocent people just for shits and giggles because you're not getting your way. We don't fucking do it that way. Now either fall in line, or I boot your ass into your goddamn fire.
We don't sacrifice lives for the sake of the mission. There's always a better way.
Like what? Wandering out in the jungle for hours looking for another way in. You want to waste time out here? Go ahead. I'm gonna kill Vito.
Why, you son of a bitch.
And the mission for your own selfish revenge.
You know,
Really want to do this, Shepard?
I used to think that Sayid...
You will have a burning refinery to save.
Let these people burn. Vito dies, whatever the cost.
Yeah, he has totally fucking lost it. Sayid is completely bonkers. He's a crazy son of a bitch with no redeeming qualities whatsoever. I used to kind of like Sayid, you know. Thought he was pretty cool and kind of a badass. Well, he's still all those things, but now he is a raging psychotic megalomaniac obsessed with revenge. Which is a problem for us. So, Sayid, you'd better shape up. You're on notice, you son of a bitch. And look at what you fucking caused, bastard.
Vito's probably halfway to the shuttle docks by now.
You're willing to watch these people die?
Damn right I am. We stop to help these people and Vito gets away. And if he gets away, I'm blaming you.
Sayid, please go fuck yourself. Nobody cares about you. And you've proven yourself a bastard, and I shoot people like you on a regular basis. Just keep that in mind. We're saving them. End of discussion.
We're here to free these people. We're going in.
And I told you before, you are on notice.
I knew this was a mistake.
Consider this
We're
your
gonna do this
probationary warning. Mr. Missoni, you pull more shit like this, and I'm going to have to terminate your association with this team, to say the least. Okay, let's get this part of this crap out of the way. So we can just move on.
We can use this.
Sayid, you son of a bitch. See you in another 20 years.
You just cost me 20 years of my life. Ah, son of a bitch! Oh.
Sayid, you alright?
The hell do you care? I'm fine. Now come on, get me out of this shithole.
I'm not sure I need a man like you on my ship.
If you didn't need me, Cerberus wouldn't have paid my fee. I'll do what I was paid to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Now stop screwing around. Let's go.
You put your own goals ahead of the mission. That is not the way this works.
I've survived this long watching my own back. No time to worry about anyone else.
Well, that changes today, Sayid. We can't have any one-man armies on this ship.
You have a point. I'm not done with Vito, but I can put that behind me long enough to get your mission done. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, amen to that. I am so done with this place. Not as done as I am hoping to be with Jacob's mission soon, albeit. But, yeah, we don't talk about that mission. So, we gained a level, and the mission's done. Refinery on Zoya has been liberated, but the company will have to spend millions to rebuild. Although Vito escaped, Sayid has accepted Shepard's command and appears focused on the mission. And we got the Firestorm. We unlocked Inferno Grenade for Sayid and a new outfit for him. Gotta be honest, I don't remember what Sayid's new outfit is, or what the Inferno Grenade does. But, yeah, we're done there. We are very done there.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah, well, I'll read that later. I'm going to head up to my quarters now. And I will read my message in private. I mean, I do usually read them on the bridge, just because why bother coming up here to read a message? But still. Let's see what we got. Update on the kid. Oh, it's from Captain Bailey. Just wanted to let you know the drill kid's doing okay. Everything's taken care of legally, and he's doing some work for me, helping me deal with some trash in the wards. Maybe make life better for some of the kids like Mouth. Not perfect, but then, what is? Yeah, truer words have never been spoken. Really. Don't know if your Drell and mine are talking. I told him life was too short not to, but I don't know if it took. Good luck out there, Bailey. Well, that's nice. I always kind of liked Bailey, the whole taking bribes thing aside. He seemed like a good kind of guy, and to be honest, with the kind of job he has, policing what's got to be billions, if not trillions of people, probably on the Citadel, and most likely understaffed and everything, then I don't blame him for taking a few bribes to make it less of a headache, honestly. But I think I'm going to wrap up this episode here. With the whole Sayid mess taken care of, this is definitely a good stopping point. We'll pick up next time with my least favorite mission of all time. Yeah, I really don't want to be doing the mission that's going to be coming next, but I have no choice in the matter, since I did commit to doing all loyalty missions. Though I will give you a bit of interesting trivia. Actually no, I'll wait on that, since I'm planning on giving that trivia in the next episode. But next will be the blandest, most boring character in the entire trilogy. There is no Mass Effect Andromeda. We do not talk about the game that people insist exists, known as Mass Effect Andromeda. We do not discuss it. It does not exist. But anyways, we'll be doing the mission for the blandest party member in the entire trilogy next time. After which, we'll move on to my favorite mission in Mass Effect 2, arguably. The suicide mission might beat it out. I haven't thought about that in a while, but after the next mission, we'll be moving on to Jack's loyalty mission, which I am quite fond of, as you've probably worked out by now. So, I will see you next time.